Hi guys, buenas. Welcome back to Edward in España. So I'm just filming a video to give you my reflections basically on my first term in Spain. I'm currently filming outside. As you can see, here's the pier. The water's looking lovely, it's so nice and calm. This is a cafe I've been to quite a lot in my first term here, so I thought I'd come here for a coffee, and I wrote some stuff down in my diary. Basic reflection really on my first term, and I thought I'd sort of go through it with you guys to basically tell you how my first term here was. So the first thing the first line I've written about in my diary is it's definitely been a journey. I think when I first got here I was like super nervous to even talk to anyone or order food at a restaurant because I could barely talk really. So I was just super nervous, like talking to anyone, and I just have that as quite a vivid memory. I think with this experience I have ended up spending a lot of time by myself really, and I think when I first got here I was sort of almost doing it on purpose, because I was so focused about trying to sort everything out and learn Spanish that I didn't really put any effort into my social life. So I ended up not really trying to make friends for a few weeks, and then I feel like after a month and a half or so, I kind of realised I hadn't really made any connections here, which was tough at times. As I said, I feel like I've spent a lot of time by myself, sort of isolating myself from English speakers, because I felt like speaking English is almost kind of ugly in a way. Like, it's just something I really didn't want to do when I first got here because I was so intent on learning Spanish. But as I've progressed, I've realised like it's okay to have English friends or people who speak English as their native language. Like, obviously as a beginner I'm not going to be able to make loads of Spanish speaking friends instantly if I just can't speak to them. So it's a process really, and I feel like especially as a beginner, you are just going to naturally gravitate towards people you can communicate better with, and I think that's okay as long as you're still putting yourself out there, trying to learn Spanish, and just still sticking to your daily routine of learning Spanish. I feel like that's fine really. You should embrace the fact that you're learning and enjoy it, and maybe practice with your English speaking friends, and when you meet a Spanish person who speaks English, you can speak to them in English and ask them how to say something in Spanish and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, you are a learner, and maybe I feel like you should try enjoy that. I was saying that I am really happy with my improvement in Spanish. I feel like I have gone from not being able to say anything really to, even though they're quite basic sentences, being able to say lots of useful basic phrases. So I'm super happy with that. I do feel like if I could get to a decent level in Spanish, obviously I don't think I'm going to be anything close to fluent in the short time I'm here, but even just getting to a good intermediate level I'd be so happy with. Like, I think to learn another, if I could do that, I think that would be the hardest thing I've ever learned in my life, to be honest. Like, I don't think I've learned anything harder. I think it would be one of my most proud achievements, to be honest, more than my uni degree or anything like that. I think this would take a lot more dedication and hard work. I feel like in like 2 months here I've been more committed and not hard working, but I feel like I've been more committed to learning Spanish than I ever have like doing anything in school. Maybe for like a month or two of my A-levels it's been kind of similar, but so I think if I could do what I'm doing for another 5 months in Spain and then continue that back in England, I'd be just so happy with myself. Definitely going to be one of my New Year's resolutions to try and continue learning Spanish even when my placement here finishes, because the myth that you can only learn by living in the country is, I think, not true really. Like, obviously living in the country helps, your progress will be way faster and you will get a lot better, but you can still improve in England, or not in England, but your native country. So yeah, I really need to remember that. So the key takeaway I've learned from my time here so far is that I feel like when I first got here, I don't want to seem like a tourist. I don't want to be a Brit abroad in Spain, but I think as the time's gone on, I've realised like I'm not a native Spaniard. I don't think I'll ever sound like I'm Spanish, even if I was fluent. And I should embrace that. I think your accent is part of you. Like, when I hear an Italian speak English or a French person speak English, it sounds nice. Like, I like it. It's a bit of flavour. It's part of your culture. So I feel like, yeah, I've learned to just drop the trying to act like a local vibe and just being myself, really. Because I feel like for me anyway, the importance of language is just to communicate. If I can have a talk with someone, a joke, they can understand me when I'm talking, I can understand them. That's what you really need. I don't need to sound authentic Spanish, because I'm not an authentic Spanish. I've got no family history here, no real ties, but to be able to communicate is honestly a really satisfying thing. Like, just taking the small wins really when you have a good conversation with someone is a really nice feeling. It's almost like scoring a goal in football. Yeah, it's super good. Things I'm going to try taking to the next term is just to really go for everything and embrace it as much as possible. The 5 months will go really quickly, and yeah, the 5 months will go really quickly, and I just want to try be like as active in my life here as possible, and yeah, to really keep my consistency, not get too bogged down by maybe perceptive stalls in progress, I guess, because I think that can happen when you learn a skill. Even though you are acquiring more knowledge, you don't feel like you're improving because it doesn't show in the end product yet, but you are still learning and just trusting in the process. I feel like that might happen in a few months when the novelty of learning Spanish maybe wears off slightly. Yeah, and I'm overall really excited for next term. The weather's going to be really nice. I've got some fun trips planned. I think yeah, there's Semana Santa, there's Carnival in Cadiz, which I really want to go to. I might go to Lisbon with my girlfriend. So yeah, I'm really excited for next term and just to see what it brings. And Feliz Navidad and Prospero Año Nuevo.